Hello everyone, this is V, Buzzing with V. Welcome to my mini series, Bunnies and Blooms. I'm starting off with these strips here. Those are the measurements. Go ahead and cut those if you're going to craft with me and score at 1/4 inch. I'm snipping the 1/4 inch section, and you want to snip very little sections all the way through, just like so. What I'm doing is curling the paper a bit. I'm going to assemble the large egg first. If you're working with a 12 by 12 pad, you do not have to cut 2 strips of paper for the boxes. So I had to do that because I'm working with an 11 inch by 8.5 inch sheet of paper. And so let's go ahead and make this. The strips are the sides of the box. This is the egg dye. It'll be linked below. I cut 3 eggs for each box. Now, what you would want to do for the lining of the box is you're going to hand cut one. So I'm making a template with the dye, and I use my pencil to trace the egg, and you're going to trace the inner part of the dye and then cut at the line. Be sure to cut very slow and steady. Don't go outside of the line if you're able to. So do this very slow and steady, and just take your time. So what I do is I have to write down, because if I don't write down, this is the bottom lining of the egg. I am going to mix that egg up, or that die cut up, with the other die cut. So yeah, I had to put that there, and also write it's a hand cut egg. So this is not a die, it's hand cut. So I'm putting that to the side. I will grab it later. So now let's assemble the egg. I'm starting off with the lid, and you want to glue the tabs on over the lid with the rest of the strip facing down. Once you get to the seam, just glue over the prior seam and snip off any excess paper. For the bottom of the box, what you would want to do is glue the tabs over the egg with the strips facing up. And then once you're done with that, add your lining to the inner box. Here are the measurements for the other 2 boxes. It's just about the same. Just remember that if you have excess strips, just cut that off as you're gluing. Now let's go ahead and decorate these boxes. This is the colors that I'm using from the paper pad, and all you need to do is just die cut 1 egg for each size. So these are the strips. As I'm using the 6 by 8 pad, I have to cut 2 strips for the lid and 2 strips for the bottom of each box. So that's what I did. I glue them together, which you do not see on camera, and I stitch them all. And so any excess leftover strip that I have, I just snip off. So I'm just using hot glue. So go ahead and start with the seam, put glue on the seam, and then adhere it to the lid of the box, and then proceed with the rest. So I'm loving day 2, you guys. This is day 2. Tomorrow I'm going to bring it down a notch and try to do some embellishments. So hopefully that works out. If not, you'll see another 3D project. So I'm having so much fun with this mini series. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate all the longtime subscribers that have been with me for a long time. I appreciate you as well. So I do offer free SVG files from time to time, and they are free. So for Cricut users, you will have possibly some trouble, and I'm gonna link Eileen Payne's video in the description below. So if you do have a Cricut, you can use her instructions on how to use my SVG files on your Cricut machine. Some Cricut users do have trouble, and some Cricut users don't. I'm not sure if it's because of the generation of the Cricut or not. So here I'm gluing the bottom portion of the box, and this is the large size. I'm still working on the large size. So yeah, welcome. I in this channel, you're gonna see me do tutorials. You're gonna see me do project shares. You're gonna see me do swaps, as well as Happy Mail, as well as collabs and channel hops as well. One's coming up very soon, so I'm very excited for that. Stay tuned. And so that is done. The large egg box is done. I'm going to proceed with the others, and I did that off camera. And I just want to let you know that your first egg, you're going to mess up. I messed up too. I did like 3 eggs and I messed up. Just be sure when you're gluing the strips, be sure to glue them as close as possible to the egg. So if you're gluing the lid, the strips need to be as close to the egg as possible. You're gluing the bottom, likewise, it has to be as close to the egg as possible. The bottom has to be smaller than the top, so be sure that you're keeping an eye out on that. So what you want to do is glue all the eggs down to each other. I used hot glue. You can glue them any way you'd like. I made a little step here because I'm going to add some ephemera pieces, and so I want to decorate this egg box. I am using a 3D bow that I made off camera, and I will have the SVG file link below. That is from the Silhouette Design store, and so that's what I created. The ephemera pieces, I did add stitching. Again, you don't have to do this if you want stitching, but you don't have a sewing machine. Just add faux stitching. You can also add shading with a stamp pad, any type of color you'd like. That would look really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and decorate this really fast. And what I do use is strips of paper. You see that tall rectangular piece? I did glue about 4 pieces down to each other, and that is going to go behind the bunny rabbit. I needed to do that because I didn't want the bunny rabbit to be squished or damaged in any way. So I do glue that, and I'm not sure if I show it on camera or not, but I am making a stand here for the sentiment, and I also make a stand for the butterfly. So all you have to do is just cut a piece of cardstock and fold it into a triangle shape, and then just glue it wherever you'd like it glued. And so that's what I did here, and it's so fitting. The sentiment is showing and in sort of like a diagonal. I love it. It looks great. And I'm going to use another one for the butterfly as well. The butterfly looks like it's just floating in the air, and I love that look. So I thought it looked really nice, kind of fluttering away from the flowers as butterflies do. And I'm using hot glue. I love my hot glue. You guys know that. I love hot glue. So I'm really enjoying this 3-tier egg. I have some ideas for the inside. Hopefully I can get that to you guys on camera. Hopefully my series doesn't end too soon where I can't get to it. But yeah, look at how they open. I loved how everything just sits in very well. It's like a puzzle piece. The back looks very clean as well. That's why I used the paper stands instead of foam. I wanted the back to look very clean as well, as clean as it could look. And so I'm going to glue the ladybug, and I decided instead of using a cardstock stand, I did use a foam piece, and I just cut the corner off to make it in a slanted so it could be slanted. And so there's the ladybug. Doesn't it look cute? I love the ladybug. I'm using these flowers that Becky Long gifted me in a swap. You can find these at Hobby Lobby, and I will be using these flowers throughout this series because I think they're so fitting with the collection. It just goes very well with it. And I'm just gluing some flowers sporadically wherever I think looks great. And so I will just let you guys see that. Well, this concludes the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be making one for yourselves very soon. I will have all the links below. Eileen's channel for the Cricut how-to, and then also the SVG file that I made for you guys. And if you don't have a cutting machine, you could just make this. I'm showing you how to do it with dies. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.